Get a couple.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, if you can't tell by the title, we are going to be playing with another palette from the Friends X Revolution collection. Yes! So if you didn't know, Revolution came out with another series of the Friends collection. They did the series 1, series 2, and now they've got the third like series slash collection, I guess. So yeah, they brought out some palettes, stuff like that. I have done a whole like haul video showing you guys what I've got, so I will link that in the description box down below, up in the cards, that kind of thing. So yeah, in today's video we're going to be playing with one of the palettes that I did get. So we're going to be playing with Chandler's palette today, which I'm excited for. So yeah, in my previous two videos I have tested out the Dewy palette. This was in the video where I did the haul, and then I also tested out in my last video I'll Be There For You palette, which I did a really pretty look with this. So yeah, them videos will already be up, so I'll link them again up in the cards, in the description box down below, all that jazz. So yeah, so in today's video we are going to be playing with Chandler's palette. I'm excited for this palette. I am, it's very colourful. I'm going to be doing swatches, all that jazz. So yes, let's jump straight on into it. Okay, so this is Chandler's palette. I'm excited for it. This one has Chandler's and Joey's door on it, like their apartment door in the packaging. If you did see my whole video you would have seen this already, but yeah, I'm just going to take it out of the box. This palette retails for £8, which I think is a pretty good price, to be fair. £8, 9 shadows, yeah. So this is the packaging. It's really nice. I really like the pale like pink colour of it. Same as with the Joey palette. That's like a really like pastel kind of like greeny blue turquoisey shade. This one is like a pale pink shade. It's really pretty. I really like it. I like how small it is. It's nice and compact. I'm glad they came out with the boys palettes. I've seen a few reviews of people saying that they don't think that the colour story is right in like Chandler's and Joey's palette. However, like I quite like them. Like I wouldn't say personally like the girls like colour stories match them, so I don't think it's meant to be like matching. So yeah, so this is the palette. It's really pretty, and on the inside you get these really beautiful like pastel shades. You have like they have like these greens, the pinks, the blues. It is just gorgeous. So in this palette there are 3 pressed pigments, and it's the whole bottom row, so it's all these like pinks here at the bottom. There are, it looks to be 4 mattes and 5 mattes, sorry, and 4 shimmers, which I think is a good matte to shimmer ratio. I don't like having like too many shimmers in a palette and not enough mattes. Like that's my thing. I like having enough of each. So yeah, we've got some really pretty shades here to play with. I'm going to swatch a few of the shades as well for you guys. So here's some of the shades swatched. I actually swatched 8. Let me just swatch the last one. We'll just swatch all of them, the whole palette. This is quite a pale palette. Like this is quite pale. So as you can see, like all the mattes are quite pale. I think if you are of a deeper complexion you might struggle to work with this. The only shade that didn't swatch as well as what I'd hoped for is this shade here. This like bronzy shade. I don't know why. It swatches okay, like it looks nice, but I had to build it up twice. This shade here, this icy blue shade. Oh, this is gorgeous. Yeah. The pale pink, obviously you can't really tell, it's on my skin tone, and also this like really pale pastel light white blue. You can barely see, it's just because of my skin tone. So yeah, we have them swatches there. So I'm just going to quickly go off camera, prime my lids, zoom you guys in, and then we're going to get straight into playing with this beautiful palette. Yes, I'm excited. I'm planning on using a lot of the mattes, so I might be using all the mattes in this palette. So yeah, I'll just prime my lids, zoom you guys in, and then we'll get started. Okay, so quickly just, of course, prime my lids. I just used the Beauty Bay Eye Base in the shade Base 2. It's been kind of liking it at the minute. It's just nice and light And yeah, so I'm going to take the shade, Hypnosis, which is this green shade here. I'm just going to put this on the like inner portion. Oh wow, that is very pastel. Just like there. It's quite pigmented though, like it's quite a pigmented shade. I can't even, not even gonna lie. Okay, I'm not gonna go into the shade Bigger Boat, which is this blue shade here. Really pretty. Putting it next to the green shade. I'm gonna blend this shade out with the really pale, like light blue shade. So yeah. They're very light, it's like they're very light kind of shades. But they're quite nice though, like they do still pack on really well. It's very like, it's like a very pastel kind of palette. And I'm going to go into the shade Eddie, which is this hot pink shade here. Eddie, do you remember Eddie from the show? Like he actually annoyed me. Like he was a little bit crazy. He was. I'm going to put this on the outer edge. Just feather it out kind of like that. I'm gonna like cut the crease and stuff, so it doesn't matter if it's not like perfect. That can make sense. I like how this palette and Joey's palette are very colourful. Like I like that. Ross's one is definitely more on the neutral side. I feel like if you are a neutral lover, you will love that palette. But I didn't want to get it. However, if you want me to get it and if you want me to review it, let me know, because I can do. It's just, I don't usually wear a lot of like neutral shades. So yeah, if you want me to like buy it and test it out, like I will, because like I'm not overly bothered. I will definitely do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly build up these shades again and build them up. Just because it helps them blend easier together. So I'll just quickly like speed through this for you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade, Hello Mr. Bing, which is this one here. It's like that, it's like a really pale icy blue shade, like, and I'm just gonna blend above it. It might not do like barely anything because it is so pale. Like I can't really see much of. I feel like it's just adding a bit of a sheen to the shade instead of like blending it out, which is fine because I know that it's a very pale shade, so I wasn't going to get much like pigment out of it anyway. I just wish it was more like a lighter blue. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just gonna like blend it out, but I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of the Bigger Boat shade too, which is that blue shade, just to kind of like see if it blends a little easier. It's definitely blending out a lot easier. I don't know if you can see, but like on this eye, a little bit on this eye as well, like the blue is like blending away where I've like packed it. It's weird. It's like I'm not even, it's when I'm like blending, I'm not even blending there, like I'm blending like above it, but it's like still like come away. And then I'm going to take the shade Erica, which is that pink, lighter pink shade here, and I'm going to start to blend out obviously above the pink. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go ahead, just kind of try and build them up a little bit more, blend them out off camera, and then I'm going to cut my crease and then we'll be back to do the lid shade together. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've literally just cut my crease. I'm a bit confused as like how to blend the blue and the pink together. Like, it's like I'm kind of struggling a little bit. But yeah, like I feel like this eye looks alright. Like it doesn't look too bad. But then this eye looks a bit strange. Like yeah. Okay, so for the lid shade, I really want to take the shade Tulsa, which is this beautiful blue shade here. I'm going to try with a brush first. It's quite crumbly, this shade. However, it's still packed on fine with a brush. It is so gorgeous. So like the shade, oh. I don't know if I were to apply a little bit of Jack, which is that pink shade, just like to the outer edge where the pink is, might make it blend a little bit easier. I'll try it, we'll see what happens. That lid shade is gorgeous. Like it is stunning, so stunning. I'm just gonna put I'm gonna take a little bit of that shade Tulsa and I'm gonna put it on my inner corner. Look at that. Oh, that is stunning. Yes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly do this eye off camera, do my base, everything, and then I'll be back to kind of give you guys my final thoughts on the palette. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I am back. This is the finished look. What do you guys think? It is very bold, very colourful. I'm not too sure on the lip, honestly. Like, I wanted a nude, but I kind of wanted a pinky nude, but I don't know. I'm just going to stick with this. It looks nice in person. Then like on camera, I don't know, it looks really cool toned. I don't know, we're just gonna leave it how it is. So yes, what do I think about the Chandler palette? First of all, can we talk about how colourful my eyeshadow is? Like, it's colourful, it is bright, it is vibrant. I really like this palette. I definitely think you can get a couple of looks with this, just using this palette, not jumping into any other palette. It is very colourful. I feel like if you're not into your colours, you probably won't like this. But yes, I really like it. I think the shades are gorgeous. I think they packed on well. I did have a little bit of trouble packing on like the blue, but I think it's just because it's like quite pastel-y, like it's quite difficult to kind of work with sometimes. However, it's still packed on well. It's still blended out fine. It doesn't look patchy, it looks all good. Yeah, I really like it. The pinks are beautiful, blended out beautifully. This green shade here is so vibrant and it's still gorgeous on the lid. This shade here I kind of struggled with. It was just very pale, so obviously it wouldn't really show up that well on my skin tone. But I still like it though, it still worked. It has a bit of like a sheen to it almost. But yeah, not mad. I love the shimmer shades. The shimmer shades are probably my favourite thing about this palette. This blue, I don't know what it is. It is so unique. It's almost got like a greeny, like bluey shift to it. It's like mermaidy. I'm here for it. The pink as well, it's still gorgeous. Like, it's still packed on really nicely on the outer edge. It is gorgeous. I love this palette, but I definitely think the star of the show is this blue shade here. So yeah, I used all the mattes and they performed amazingly. I only used 2 of the shimmers. When I swatched this shade, it didn't swatch the best. However, it could perform differently on the eye. This shade here is really pretty as well. You can definitely get a few looks out of this. It'd be nice to pair with other palettes as well. And yeah, I really like it. I really like this palette. Do I think it's worth £8? I definitely do, especially if you're like looking at it and you kind of like it. I feel like this palette and Joey's palette will probably work really well together because they're both quite colourful. And yeah, I really like it. I really like this palette. I do recommend it if you ever wanting to pick it up. Go and pick it up. It is beautiful. Yes, here for it. So yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to pick this palette up because it is gorgeous and it is beautiful, and yeah, I do recommend it. Let me know if you want me to do another look using this palette. Maybe you just want me to do like a full pink look or like a full greeny blue kind of look. Let me know. Also let me know if you're going to pick this up. Let me know. So the last palette that I'll be testing out of this like collection is going to be the We Were On A Break palette, which is also very colourful and vibrant. So that'll be my next video that's going to be coming up. But of course, if you do want me to do another look using this palette or the Joey palette or the I'll Be There For You palette, just let me know because I can do that for you guys. Of course, as always, I'll be linking my social media handles up above and also in the description box down below. I'll also be linking everything else that I'm wearing as well in the description box in case you guys are interested. And yes, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!